COVID-19 pandemic comes stronger, with more people getting infected, with children inclusive.
Let's protect ourselves, families and loved ones. Let's keep our environment, state and the world safe from coronavirus by
1. Practicing good hygiene, washing our hands frequently with soap under running water and the use of hand sanitizer.
2. Practice social distancing while at school. Stay out of groups. And where social distance can be achieved, use face masks or face shields.
3. Avoid touching surfaces. Cover nose and mouth when coughing or sneezing.
Let's stay safe and strong. Let's fight the virus together. Together we will beat COVID-19.
This message is powered by Benue Television.
Back. We now move on to the national scene, where governments of Ondo, Delta, Cross River, Enugu, Benue and Akwa Ibom State on Sunday faulted the President Muhammadu Buhari's statement over the existence of a gazette which marked out grazing routes for cattle across the country. Officials of the state governments who stated this in a separate interviews with reporters insisted on the ban on open grazing despite the president. Recall that Southern governors at their meeting in Asaba, the Delta State capital, last month banned open grazing as part of measures to address killings by herdsmen. But the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Abubakar Malami, SAN, faulted the governors, saying their action was like banning the sale of spare parts in the north. He said he had directed Malami to produce a gazette which delineated grazing routes in all parts of the country in the First Republic. In his reaction, the chairman, South-South Governors Forum and Delta State Governor Ifeanyi Okowa said, as of 1963, the state had not been created. Benue State Governor Bala Mohammed has appointed the former Commissioner for Budget and Economic Planning, Dr. Aminu Hassan Gamawa, as his Chief of Staff. A statement by the media aide to the governor, Mukhtar Gidadu, said the appointment takes immediate effect. Gamawa, who hails from Gamawa Development area of the state, is a legal practitioner, teacher, policy expert, and public servant. He has worked across a wide range of organizations, government agencies, educational institutions, and non-profitable entities. The Chief of Staff was also the state focal person for World Bank projects, chairman of Bauchi State COVID-19 Economic Recovery Committee 2020, vice chairman of Bauchi State World Bank State Fiscal Transparency, Accountability and Sustainability SFTAS, regional representative of Technical Working Group on the Subnational Ease of Doing Business, among other responsibilities. Dr. Gamawa was awarded with the National Productivity Order of Merit, NPOM, award in 2020. The return to work by the Judicial Staff Union of Nigeria, JUSN, and the Parliamentary Staff Association of Nigeria, PASN, which begins tomorrow, Tuesday, after the Democracy Day holiday, will top the agenda of the 31st NGF meeting, which takes place virtually on Wednesday, 16th June 2021. Efforts are already underway in all states of the Federation to either to the State Account Allocation Committees, SAAC, or to inaugurate them, preparatory to the granting of full autonomy to the two arms of government, namely the legislature and the judiciary at the subnational level. JUSN and PASN have been on a nationwide strike for more than 2 months, while governors of the 36 states worked toward modalities for their autonomy in conformity with the constitutional provisions as stipulated. According to the invitation to all the 36 governors as issued by the Director General of the Nigeria Governors Forum, NGF, Mr. Asishana Bayo Okauru, The governors will be updated on the activities of PTF on COVID-19 as a regular feature of the governors' meeting by the governor of Delta State, Dr. Ifeanyi Okowa, who heads the governors' interface with the PTF. The meeting will also receive 2 presentations. General Bureau of Public Enterprises, who will make a presentation regarding unlocking liquidity through sale and optimization of state-owned redundant and suboptimal assets, while Policy Development Facility (PDF) Bridge Program will discuss diversification and non-oil export opportunities for states post-COVID-19. The meeting will commence at 2 p.m. but governors are expected to start logging in from 1 p.m. Joint Admissions and Matriculations Board (JAM) has advised candidates whose registration process is incomplete to visit special centers to finish the process. The JAM's head of media, Dr. Fabian Benjamin, gave the advice in a statement on Monday. Benjamin said the advice affected only those who could not complete their registration during the earlier scheduled registration period. He said only candidates whose names were compiled after giving reasons for incomplete registration process and had been contacted are expected to visit the centers. The candidates who have not registered but have secured the profile codes and initiated the registration process are expected to visit the specially designated registration centers to complete the registration on Tuesday, 15. Designated registration center for each candidate is being forwarded to them through the GSM text SMS messages and also available on the website of the board, www.jamb.gov.ng, from 12 noon on Monday, June 14. Only candidates who have secured their profile codes are expected to visit the centers. Benjamin said each candidate posted to any non-JAM-owned CBT center is expected to pay the registration fee of 1,000 naira to such CBT center. The 2021 UTME is scheduled to commence from June 19 to July 3rd. Let's go on a quick break. We'll return with news from the foreign scene.
Despite the enormous scientific and technological advances in recent time, the COVID-19 pandemic has brought the whole world to a halt. As the world gears towards finding an effective way to combat the virus, we must do our part to ensure we all stay safe. This virus can be transmitted through direct contact with respiratory droplets of an infected person when sneezing or coughing and touching surfaces. The spread can be contained by avoiding crowded places, washing hands frequently with soap under running water, frequent use of alcohol-based hand sanitizers, covering of mouth and nose with flexed elbow when sneezing or coughing, and the use of face mask. As the second wave of the pandemic is fast spreading, we all need to take responsibility. COVID-19 is real. The virus doesn't move. We move it. This message is powered by Benue Television.
Welcome back. On the foreign scene, Tanzanian President Samia Suluhu Hassan has urged the country's central bank to be prepared for the use of digital currencies. President Samia told the Bank of Tanzania on Sunday to be vigilant amid a rise in interest and adoption of cryptocurrencies around the globe. She called on the Bank of Tanzania to start looking into the prospects of digital currencies in order to be prepared for the future. El Salvador last week became the first country in the world to officially classify a digital currency, Bitcoin, as legal currency. The group of 7 G7 countries has approved $650 billion loan to the International Monetary Fund IMF to end COVID-19 pandemic. IMF Managing Director Kristalina Georgieva broke the news on the fresh capital injection at the conclusion of her virtual participation in the G7 Leaders Summit. She explained that the G7 support of additional $650 billion allocation of the IMF's special drawing rights as the largest issuance in history will help boost global reserves while providing space for necessary fiscal expenditures to exit the pandemic and enable more sustainable recoveries. The G7 is an intergovernmental political forum consisting of Canada, France, Germany, Italy, Japan, the United Kingdom, and the United States. Since 1973, it has served as a formal, high-profile venue for discussing and coordinating solutions to major global issues under trade, security, economic, and climate change. Kristalina said the fund will be channeling SDRS and or budget loans to reach a total global ambition of $100 billion for the most vulnerable countries. German President Frank-Walter Steinmeier is to travel to Israel later this month to hold talks with its new government after the ouster of Benjamin Netanyahu. The state visit, scheduled for June 30 to July 2nd, will allow Steinmeier to bid farewell to departing state president Reuven and to meet with his elected successor in office, Isaac Herzog. Steinmeier, who served 2 terms as Chancellor Angela Merkel's foreign minister, aims to honor and strengthen the friendship and special partnership between Germany and Israel. The trip will also offer the opportunity to intensify the political exchange of views on the current situation in the region with the new Israeli government. Steinmeier, whose office ceremonial, will discuss the future of Israeli society and shared challenges on a visit that was postponed last year due to the pandemic. His last trip to Israel was on January 23rd, 2020 for commemorations marking the 75th anniversary of the liberation of the Nazi death camp Auschwitz. Well, that's it on the international scene. Let's take a quick break. When we return, we'll bring you a COVID-19 update. Glad to know you're still with us on Benue Television News at 7. For our COVID-19 update, as at 13th June 2021, 7 new cases have been confirmed, bringing the total of confirmed cases to 167,066, discharged cases 163,463, while sadly 2,117 persons have died so far. Well, that's our package. But just before go, a quick look at stories that made headlines. Governor Otum unveils gubernatorial aspirant on the platform of the People's Democratic Party for the 2023 elections. 6 state governors fault President Muhammadu Buhari's statement over existence of a gazette marking out grazing routes. Joint Admissions and Matriculations Board advises candidates whose registration process is incomplete to visit special centers to finish the process.
Babelwe washa overtin asanga ahamen komoto kwanta wo Benue kanyom dubo hwa ma chunuko tara ibiawris zo me ka hanje o tom dom ka na mane zum o irele ni go vese idon party hamen o Emmanuel Kwagba masi Joseph Kaba kan party APC ma wo nyon party PDP shagboko yo e kan hanje o tom janingune tung ma party PDP kwashi kwasna edo o tongpa bai ka was na ha yen do ti kan ba shaji li hane kwa fan o al ne party shagbo ko yije ta ka hira yo ikan ha yen ta ti suba Paul Bois, Robert Oya, Teve Akase, Mashi, Dondo Aidekba, Atawe Ale a Pato PDP Shimachi and the Patine, Mahako Nangan Hachi Kenzo Nangan High Pato PDP ne, I rengo Taha, Bukumoto Shinchina Kanasang Leva, Kanhamakanyo Dubuha, Ma Kumka Tarakba. Ulungo Benta Ubernachi, Quasia Unis Edo or Tom Adum Kan, Manakan, Hawana, Alu and Jack Busy Aluka Malam by March Mavisinkin, Luve Fatolum Anja, and Towers at Sembleo. Adum Kan and Manakan Han, Juno, Cornave Akanelu hanga Kumba Malanve, Hamakwachu, Nagan High, but not chasing him by Semble, share with a king, cheer, which are now the bio. Akan Han, Jone. Shanahan wa kaban zuka tawo na jira higen bishibe mpano kwa yok barune ya kano nangen hai kayamba vengo ho tesen hemba mala temble gave nchiwo on kwa lukene gave kai imo shi e kwa bo chavala danjanja ku kwa ba do ke ya en do kwa on na shi no yele nzeke nyongo ina yuwa shon sha chu tsombo u teso to sheno nyave na mbae ba on ra neve ahina la shi ki ondo Mamba Kristo chi bayo. Ibabe nyorobe na hae hen sebo nyene mbola ba fere mba flani watanu shaningiru odogbe hu ken enyero gadoshina je man shive chavala ba mkane masidomi ja do mblamba ulu hen ningela yo azikoche ya kan ha je ba fere ba na kan juma kira kwa ba na ta no shanin giro de gbahu wani lo gato kwanta uban wane ma ya ba wa yoro ba kuma yin je kin ko ta na ha shi bi hi yoro yo bisije kuma yange utanka ro ha na ha aziko che kan ha jona kashan ha ma je hen la du ba shause ba fere ba ne ba nyo ya ba ke kwa bishi man aguma yoro shen do de gbahu eni lo gato ne no Yangawe Uzahamne ifie kwan ha chi ba nyebe zahame ma venade we yak bishi ma wa shun wano tave yu ma sa ta ki ngan sha ko kwa yo mbramba wa ha afo shiningiru aku ogbagaje man we to la shove ton fesu wo yangan flan ba ferin ba ne wa yo ma shi na den ayo nyebe na na ba ye shiane vulaman amba bavle ya azi koche ma shi iyu goche Pekan haje shini nyebe na da yo bishina ha kwa ma yangije bemba jwa dave ikana ha o saku cha nungta o nyebe ta cha ningiru o dogbe eni ro gatune gajimechi be do kwa wa ma bekan ha mololu sura shai ishiru ngan ha la kata kwese bo wa ayo shimba fere mbane kwa no kurebe kankangara etiam hige na sita hobokwa zum usihidia above asa staff ya luta haman hele shin tashan ubano television makudi onongo man wash ma besekba
Itjaya shin tachi uruhanen kwa fa sele angin nyingo bu ye kurane uva achan tata ishije platoka ma ilukeren bina iben akun yo Sedigba, hang usuro Q1, show para angambo temple. Angambo Ningombo ye corona ne, Kambota, show Zwayove o Narwemi, Shinshu Naru Dehan, Shinshu Naru Yesen, Quaitoa, away. Itjaya. Ik bin as a kama, so wa Angamboyo, Cow Pari Agile, Brayo Ikoho hair. Go on of it, flip, Shamgal Matemble, what Jahu no hoopa. Kau wana vesha dachi ulune kwasha mitsemble. Kau chilling kwasha dwa. Ma anga shiulu tehan shin yesendo. Manu masenjo ya kau chilling ikunisha dwa. Ma anga hama shiu ulujan en apikula yoroya. Aindane. Angembo nyingombo ye kulona nembo hiremu vasha kuha tawe. Shana haya wa hang. Weje usuro ikyo wan. Shaukuran atine yangen. Msambo angembo ne. Tenta wase. Lohone udu hen afishe tashan Benue television makudi.
Tiam Sisune Lue Shimai 1 Avesio. Gumoti Kwenta u Ondo, Gumoti Kwenta u Data, Cross River, Enugu, Benue Manakwabum, we do a quarter has Semunyambla, Banaho a unshun we hamata unanjira chi over Sam Mohammed Buhari. Tikashino anangan high, say egg binda flani, then I kanta unanjira kankala. Mkanem, Mabdua Musabaka, Haji, Tinduve, Higan Bangban High, young flani, within Abua Maile began Kangbara, my young Jivan Hidden Jumashamiga, Shini Quashing Aluvo, Yashimai O Hamatown and Shira, Mohammed Buhari Gana Bar. Kan Jimakera Lao Gomna Bashin, Chota in Anjira Chi, Yawe, Kohuru Vesin, Shin Asaba, Quenta O Data Shinla, Mabaku Domon Haji, ye Tindi, my young Flan Uzanin I came by Shire Quashun, Kalu Mom Kanaka Nave, Zayo Avalu Heneto Flani, Ma Basure Jere, Kuo Ba, we would do another. Unshun Welu, Hamonumzo, Gona Bashin, Chota and Jira, Chi, Shero Gono, Quenta O Data, fine your coa. Akan ha Jonah Shakwashun o Hamenta ma o Hamle Fisher Nanga Shakwatin and Jira, Malam Abuka Malami, Brunagan High, Binda Yavra, Lunkan Town and Jira, Chi, Leo. Kumotu Quenta o data can yes na chi, tesi one high, can you me double mom do tanko near Kunataka ta Tanta, yeah. My young Ilwe pa ta o data ga, Shanahaya, Igbinada, Yaluka Jimmy. Shanahaya Kumotu ta unanjira Shahamun Buhari, Mahae Tindi a Fato Vana Bem, Manamzo, Henjo Najira Chi, Zambule Bio. Afishe Shako, Bangana Karen a Yon Macanta, Vesin, Vidu, Qua Ormakan High and Blamba, Ulu Washima, Shongan, a Caran Lacanium, Dubu, Kimuka, Mamma, Ilka, K. Chivenga can fizzy, Shay, Sheva Beshin Tindi Bona Quavaga. Mkana Maduja Dwa Shun with Sambre Babe Hene Fishing, Fabia, Benjamin, Akan Ha, when a fishing arrow. Nanga Shako Blamba. Velu Zayosha, TV Quaka, Gankai, younger can a fishing a filler, say, Shanghai, Vulueco, one soon. Shay, Ia Eva Claro, Ham, or Mom, or a fishing a Luetina, Gankan Galayo. At the Hamanaka and Han, Juna fishing out Tindin. Timana Gile, Arungelini. A car and a ham blamba. In Golitive, Timberley, my favorite, come on, great carne. Shat in Jay, Wale with Cavala. Arungelin Calene. Can canem, my Benjamin. Fabian, Adomia can hand you Green Calene, he were younger. Poor tank on ye, will Usha Trata, man, Albert, a calene, will Usha ta. Will Usha tankle high young attack, and you the bois, my. Kunuka Monakba. Mambal Gumal Lieutenant A.G. Lelu, a fishing. A vesho and Grekanaga, the Kuma Wayo, Shanya Kumayang J. Nala, Dubu Monha. Shall long a ganja, a G. living girl in Calak Bio. It ran to Higgins Sylvan, a Pavasham Zemono, Anger Boying Gombo, in town Nigeria. Ye Coronanen. Afishe nanga shako yangam sambo angokan tawu Nigeria chi because na high angam bona higen musambe kuma yenge je tankalo hana ha ko chi yabaka na high ba angam kan tawu Nigeria higen kuma yenge dubu dele mama kunde takalo tankalo ha mana kunde ta kalota baba huwa gambe ka na high kuma yenge higen je dubu dele mom akunde ta kalota delu nyi man akunde ta kalota Hukuma sa kuchachi wange bunkanta unanjira ya kavis na haive kuma yang higenje dubuwa delimom mampo tankalo hana hante. Iti anti kasha biya fantasha no bono television makye ya mwa wana bendo zam kana van makwe ma shimilu hen shie no vo shao shivane ba asa sa kanzo TV chi ma shilan lo ishma wana vez silvane ba kan jotuma hen tacha no bono television makwe dido sakbe.
idoma ngwane aja loto kala na obigela la mipo gigo mebe Benue television lonia oyina la lo hojo kalo ateche arika butu eje Igbomina yewo Benue Okpani Samuel Otom oho biokela weche li ipigeri gboko lega enele kesi ku JS Taka Institute of Political Studies ablo oke ho biache enele hojo nyochu gada Igbomina li ipopati UPDP lo eye palo ho wa lo ho Igbomina hablo mlo nyanu Dr. Eunice Otom abu oke bio achene loke onyo chigada li pipati UPDP weche loke hobio aleche weche labocho alefua eko enelu achepa ke ho mo ipati APC ni pipati UPDP achepa oloke u Joseph Kaba memlu Emmanuel Kwagba wake mi pipati APC wako party ololo se fulfulu anu wake go to party UPDP lenelu hoa Onya Igbomina Dr. Eunice Otom Ohoka ko chikanehi ko Adamem laene bio ayuwa gicho lipo isotiyo wecho Ohokela loha lipunuka ikoenelo apole yu teso to kehobio aple wanyo uka nyoto wecho lanya Ochelo bio okaluhawa utokpoka yu Benue television Franka Lanshima anu bioka luhawa ai fulani lo ngache ye ya ihoka kenelu aladia wakeku no habinyi pole yu odugbeho enelu ke hipigement nenche yu agatu uflochi yu enelu hoa wa beo kela lo awa ko aladi ome palwa ke wa hoa ekolwa wa lobwa wake ngmache luke gefu ofuchalapa lipo ole o magedegede luke odugbego lugo igementi nenche yu agatu ekwenela che oyukloka hogwiwa yanyo ipole lo hoa oche ne luke la lipole la blo lokwoku Isaac oche ohoka kasini kojojene kaifla ni ake wake hopewa du ku abua pewa wake gbo tegbe yeye wake ho lole ole wa tola wako apakrobia chiko apakrobia lo wanu nutua glai osugu ku wake begbe egen lo aifla ni ke begbe ai ocho hali eke viwa afo loke o leke siku iyu igoche lo hoa oke oka ku okela enelu Isaac igoche ka o Isaac oche ka kokela uko jojene wahoka kuwake gwiwa anyo egaene la ichoja memlo aida handa keba lo ipole yo afu o bagaji memlo weto ama wake waglai watu alaboy wako abela hogbolu hoa kochedo ho lo tu alabogenu ku wake to echolanya kike ngmochedu yo walene ya ladile ke walo hoai ama wake oka kaifula ni lo ha wake tole alewa lola lo okuyi ole yo enelwa ipole lo igementi ya gatulu hoa Igbomina ya jeyu Ondo Delta Cross River Enugu Benue lo Akwa Ibom wake hoyo jire lo enelo kewa ladia wa ipojire lo ahoya lo hoa wa hoka ko okela enelo trefu yewo Nigeria Muhammadu Buhari ba ke okela ya Igbomina lo hoa ko ke biobidu ku wake dokanu kodan ku wake doka kai fulani no ke taye lo aya egbola ploy ache enelo ke yobe a egbola enelo ke yobe log on enone yo okoka enone yewo Nigeria kwa kige labo chodu ama acheki oka ku okela enelu malami biwo echelo hoa obiobi nehi ochelo ke Igbomina yo ewo ajeyu Delta ifanyo kowa ohoka okpine enele ke oteni lo hoa iko enele ke bi okpine lo aweche lu ekigble lo hoa ke koma ko ajeyo delta ke beche usugwagoma uwake gale rawo ko iflani memlo enaiwa ke gata ye la blo flu o German ne hienelo apenelo ke mu uno pivo ke beche uno pivo ta lobe ke ne kenyo uno pivepa leke hi enelo bo tie wa taje o ya ko anu ke tu o German lo hoa leke tie wa mome ma wanu ke tatriku ku anu ke nyo ega enelo wa ke ga telolu ipu opo talu iwaya iwa ku anu ke nyo ku ye yo ata mome o ya keneke o ya kunu ke chelwa ku anu ke to German lo hoa o chelo obio kela lo o choenelo ke yuklema yu o German lo jam lo hoa Dr. Fabian Benjamin enchelo hoa anu ke obio kela lo aweche Dr. Fabian Benjamin hoka ku wanu ke tatriku ku anu ke nyoku ye wa potataje kola lo ike chika yuchuru yo o German lo hoa ku anu ke kwa ya mome o hoka do ka chene lo oke hol wa ke gbo emma lo ke dokota ku anu ke tatriku kene ke nyoko ya o menche ja nyotonchi lo ke wecho ofu echi o igvelo yo icheri lo hoa wa oka ka chene lo oke ganyo talo hoa ku ekege telofu ipu waya iwa o ya ku anu kenyo telo ama ene kenyo ipowu ega enelu wa ke bio okateche iwa nyo lipowu leke si ku website iwa lo jama ku anu nyi kenyo poya ku website olo akege ngula onmo jigvepa yenche ja nyo to amume yonchi lo kewu igvelo yo icheri lo hoa oho kadu ke o German lo hoa ege gbo to oho kadu ko ega enelo ake ganyo tu ye yo ataje yo churu yo German lo hoa ya oche o ya ku wanu lo German lo ata ku ake ge gbije lo kege ulepa chofepa yije lablon wake oka ku German lo hoa oge gbo mechu igba lane yo icho lo hoa ja nyoto echeta yo echa lapa lo hoa cha lo hoa ekoma wa kiga to German lo hoa momea echeta o German age mo echigba lane yo icho lo hoa ja nyoto echeta yo echa lapa lo hoa cha lo hoa doma ala anyo baje anogaje oka ano lenche lo hoa onchi apleko lo hoa anoge bi oka gela lapo ala anyo baje o echuko gbala ami lojo kalo ateche anrika butu ije